Friends, family, this is Chef D Night of Date Night Catering with another episode of Funk Up the Flavor. So today we are here with an Italian classic dessert called a Zabaione. I know it's kind of a mouthful, but it's called a Zabaione. So Zabaione is actually an Italian custard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make this dessert. It's got 4 ingredients: egg yolks, sugar, vanilla, and sherry cooking wine. That's it. And it's going to come together so quick. You're going to be like, what? He done already? Yes, done already. So I'm come right back and I'm going to show you how to put this dessert together. So stay tuned. Welcome back, family. Yes, you are looking at a pot. So this pot I want to tell you all about this pot before I get started. So this pot is by a company called Hexclad. I hope you can see that right there. So I just recently saw these online, and man, they did a really good marketing campaign on them, and so I did a little research on them, and man, listen, the best pot I've ever used. In this pot yesterday, I was cooking some corn on the cob, and me being the aloof person I was at that moment in time, I walked outside, did something real quick, came back in, and my corn on the cob had burned. All the sugar, you know when corn burns, it gets nasty on the bottom. Man, this pot clean. You see it today, don't you? So this literally just happened yesterday. All right, so now that it's all the way, I just want to tell you, Hexclad is good stuff. Get it. It's got the same non-stick stuff on the inside and on the outside. So what's cool about it is it doesn't flake. I can use metal in this. This thing is awesome. I'm telling you, get you some Hexclad. All right, so here we go. We don't have our heat turned on yet. All right, so we're gonna mix everything up. So what we're gonna go in this pot, we're gonna go 6 egg yolks. All right, 3/4 cups of sugar. And once we got that in there, I'm going to take our emulsion blender or our hand mixer real quick, and we're going to blend this. You just want to get it all incorporated. There you go. So you can start to see all the sugar and egg mixture has mixed together. I'm gonna speed that up just a little to get everything off. Alright, so to this, I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of sherry cooking wine and a tablespoon of vanilla. And that's it, guys. I'm telling you, 6 egg yolks, 3/4 cups of sugar, 1/4 cup of sherry cooking wine, and a tablespoon of vanilla. And so now I'm going to incorporate all of this together, just like this, until it's all mixed in. You want to mix this until it starts to take on like a little frothiness. You can see it's already starting to happen, kind of get real frothy like. And that's just the emulsion between the proteins and the eggs and the carbon and the sugar all joining together. Yeah, it really is a little science here. And then the sherry and the vanilla actually help dissolve the sugar. Yeah, you see I'm picking the speed up on my emulsion blender. You can hear it. Alright, so I'm going to whisk this for like another minute or two. So you want to whisk this for about 4 to 5 minutes just to get it incorporated. So I'm going to mix this for 2 more minutes or so, and then I'm going to cut the heat on low, like literally like 1 notch above low. And we're going to cook this for about 10 minutes until it thickens. So I'll be back to show you what that looks like. Alright, family, here we go. This is after everything has been incorporated, right? So I've blended together the eggs, the sugar, the sherry, and the vanilla. So what you want to do for the next 10 minutes is you just want to sit here and stir this until it starts to thicken up. And you want this to be as thick as pudding. You know, you really want it to have that texture or custard. So just continue to sit here and stir. Now, this is like literally the most important part. If you do not sit here and constantly stir this, do not walk away like I did from my corn on the cob the other day and came back to a burnt pot. The reason you cannot walk away from this dish does require some patience, is because you will end up with curdled eggs, and we do not want curdled eggs. So you must sit here for at least 6 to 10 minutes constantly stirring, and do not turn your heat up. If you turn your heat up, you're gonna get curdled eggs. So this is a patient person's dessert. It's a very quick dessert, but it does require some patience, about 6 to 10 minutes. So you see, this is all I'm doing. Just sitting here constantly stirring. Change directions if you want to. Go in the zigzag. You know what I'm saying? Make some triangles. Make some Z's in there. Make some X's. I don't care. Just sit here and stir it. You really need to stir this. All right. So I'll be back in about 6 minutes, maybe 8 minutes, and then we should be done. And then what you want to do after this is you can serve this warm, but I don't like to serve it warm. I actually love this cold. So we're gonna throw it in the fridge, let it cool off. And what I like to put on top of that is some fresh berries, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, a little whipped cream, and some fresh chopped mint. Oh my gosh, it goes so good together. So we'll be back and I'll show you what this looks like once it's done, and then we're gonna take a bite. All right, family, welcome back. This is Chef D Night at Date Night Catering. So listen, I just wanted to come back real quick. It's been about 5 minutes, not quite 6 minutes, and you can see how it's already starting to thicken up. It was like really like watery and soupy, and so now it's actually got almost like a consistency of some really good cheese grits. I hate to make, that's what the consistency of it right now. So we're just gonna keep stirring this, let it get a little bit thicker. I say probably about another 4 minutes or so, man, and we'll be good. And I do want to show you something. You see that? You see that? We hadn't changed. Do not change it. Look at this, it's getting thicker already. So this will actually probably be done in about 2 minutes. When the thickness that you're looking for is that when you scoop this up, it kind of glides off, and then it'll kind of stop and be like boop boop. So this is almost done. Wow. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, guys. Oh, it's done. It's done. This is done. We don't need to go any further. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off the heat, let it cool down just a little bit, throw it in the fridge. And then in the magic television, I'm gonna come back with a completed dessert, and I'm gonna tell y'all all about it. Family, welcome back. It is that time. It's that time where you get really jealous of me, because I'm about to eat some delicious food, and it's gonna look so good, and you're gonna be like, oh, it look good, I wanna try it. So make it. Or either call me and order it, one of the two. So here we go. This is the Zabaione. So let me break this down to you. What you have in here is you have the Zabaione at the bottom, which is the pudding, right? And then we've got some fresh blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries that I added, and the green stuff in there, that's a little fresh chopped mint. And then on top of that is some fresh made whipped cream and a little orange zest. Yes, just a little orange zest. All right, here we go. Time to take the magical bite and see what we came up with. Hold on. Wait 1 second. I didn't get a blackberry yet. This is so freaking good. I mean, literally, you get the sweetness and the creaminess of the custard, and then you get the freshness of the berries, and then the mint. It just adds like this like nice brightness to it, along with the fresh orange zest. And this thing is freaking the bomb. And then the whipped cream. Oh, it was a blueberry. And then the whipped cream, it adds like this texture of like it kind of smooths it on out. And then you get this back note of like alcohol from the sherry. You know, sherry cooking wine, it doesn't have a high alcohol content in it, but that's what it gives you. Oh my god, this is so delicious. One thing that I could say you could do too to kind of funk it up is add some Grand Marnier to the berries before you put them in there. Oh man, super adult dessert. All right, guys, that's it, man. That's all. I'm telling you, this thing. Look, it's almost gone, man. This thing is awesome. And you see, it only takes about 15 minutes tops to cook this thing. Maybe 20 if you gotta, do all the eggs and everything too. So, guys, listen. This is Chef D Night of Date Night Catering with another episode of Funk Up the Flavor. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So I want to leave you with something, man. The one thing that will keep you from getting anything in your life is that decision that you make that says you cannot do something. So just quit telling yourself that you can't, tell yourself that you can. Man, just go after yourself, man. Just go after it with relentless pursuit, man. You got to bring so much joy and peace to your life, man. You won't even know how to act sometimes. So that's all I got for you today, family. I love you and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Funk Up the Flavor.